take a mental health day? Years ago, I used to take a day off, and then I didn't. And I found I was mentally overboard. Friends, there is no shame in saying, I need to take care of me.
Welcome to the Prophetic Spiritual Warfare podcast with host Kathy DeGraw.
Hey friends, I want to welcome you back to my show, and I want to talk to you a little bit about mental anguish, mental pressure. I have been talking to people for years about stress and anxiety and worry, and those are all emotions and fears, concerns. But also, what I want to say is, I think there's also a mental point, a place of mental health. And I don't want to use kind of like that term mental health, or there's something wrong with you mentally, that you're depressed or anything like that. I don't want to put that label. But I want to talk about just taking a mental day of, okay, it's okay if I'm taxied. It's okay if I'm overloaded. It's okay if I'm burdened. And I just need to withdraw and regroup and get over all that mental anguish and everything that's just arising from within me. And, we have stress, we have pressure, we have strain. Like if I'm writing my book, I could feel after a while some mental pressure. It's like, okay, I've been on the computer, my eyes are strained, I've been focused, and it becomes just, kind of difficult, and you can feel like I'm on overload. But let's also talk about, okay, the kids need you. You need to clean. You need to do the laundry. And now your husband's calling and saying he has a meeting after work and he's going to be home late. And, you just kind of feel, oh my gosh, I have so much on my plate. And so when I'm talking about mental anguish here, I'm not talking about being mentally ill, mental depression, anything like that. I'm talking about us normal people that are just, getting taxied. We're just getting overloaded. It's just, life is just like, now for that moment. And years ago, I would minister, and I would always write in my calendar at the end of the weekend, after I got off the plane, I would take the next day off. And then my ministry just got so busy, and my help was short that I couldn't do that. But I think in the last year since I wrote my book, Mind Battles, and that's been released, I'm really being like, okay, you need to take care of your mental health. And you need to have peace and rest before you can take care of everyone else. And it's okay to have a day that you need to reset or withdraw. Okay, friends? I want you to really think about that. It's okay to have a day that you need to reset or redraw. And it's okay to say, you know what? I'm really not okay. And we have something going on in our family, and I'm helping one of our children right now. And it is, a little over taxing because, I'm physically involved, I'm emotionally involved, I'm mentally involved, I'm trying to minister, I'm trying to pick up all the loose ends and pieces, and I'm trying to pray and intercede for the situation. And I know we're going to give a testimony on it. And so, but, my husband came in and he goes, how are you doing last night? And I'm like, I'm overloaded. I don't know why. I think it's been very emotional. We've had some things to do in it. I'm caring for people in it. And I'm like, I'm just overloaded. And I didn't know why. So I did some things that were, like non-mind boggling and stuff. But then I just got a good night's sleep. And I woke up and I'm like, hey, I'm fine. Okay. Am I going to face all of this again today? You bet. Do I still have to help this person out? Yes. But I just withdrew for a couple hours, and I even, was telling one of my other kids, I'm like, I need to focus on this kid right now and what they're going through. And, that was just kind of my way of saying, don't draw on me as much as you usually do. Try and figure some things out for yourself, try and back off a little bit, try and make sure that when I'm not with them and taking care of them, I have my space. I wasn't saying all that, but they knew that that's what I was saying because I was talking to them this morning. But it's okay to say, you know what, I got to go and take a bath. I got to go lock myself up somewhere where people can't get at me. It's okay to say, I got to turn my phone off for an hour. I always tell people, you know what, the police know where to find you if there's an emergency. So it's okay to say, I'm going to put my phone on silent. And I've had to do that a lot the last couple weeks. And it's okay to say, I need to go for a walk, or I need to go, we call it retail therapy shopping. I need to do something for me. I need to make sure, it's just like when you're on the plane, they say, put on your mask first in an emergency situation, because if you don't put on your mask, you can't help everybody else. And that's what taking care of our mental health is, because so often we just get in this mental anguish. And when we get that way, we're locked down, we're stressed. And when we're stressed, it does raise our cortisol levels. It does affect our blood pressure. It affects your glucose levels. If you're someone who breaks out in eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, those are signs that you're stressed. Atopical dermatitis is signs that you're stressed. And so your body will react. So it is okay just to say, you know what? I need a mental health day. I need a me day where I'm not going to be checking emails, where I'm just going to take off, where I'm going to say work can wait, where I'm just going to take a me day. And even if you can't get a me day, a couple of me hours, just saying to your spouse, I need you to take the kids, or I need to get away. We got to give ourselves permission to regroup. There's no shame. It doesn't mean we're mentally ill. It doesn't mean that we're tormented by a demon. It just means I need to take care of me. And so I just really want to encourage you. We've been talking in these last episodes about anxiety, worry, stress, fear, torment, mind binding. We're going to talk in the next episode about trauma and how our emotions are affected by trauma. But I just want to encourage you, if you need a mental health day, take it. It's just saying, I am going to breathe. I'm going to rest. I'm going to find a way to regroup. I'm going to get into some peace. And then tomorrow, I'm going to get up and I'm going to put my pants on and I'm going to put my boots on and I'm going to do everything I normally would do. Yeah, you're going to put your shirt on and everything else. But I'm just saying, basically, you're just saying, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do what I need to do. And I'm going to be okay doing it. But we got to give ourselves permission to breathe. We got to give ourselves permission to rest. We got to give ourselves, permission. I even go outside just for 5 minutes and breathe in some fresh air. Sometimes I just stick my head out the sliding glass door and be like, okay, I know if I just breathe outside for a minute, it'll help me. And so whatever you need to do to reset yourself mentally so you can be the best and the better you, give yourself permission to do it. So friends, I just pray right now for your mental health, your mental stability, for whatever stress or pressure that you're feeling, that God would intervene and that you would cast your anxieties on Him because He cares for you. Friends, so much is going on in mental health. Please do me a favor and share this. Your friends need it just as much as you do.
Thank you for listening to the Prophetic Spiritual Warfare podcast. Receive additional teaching through Kathy's web church Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook, or through her Prophetic Spiritual Warfare book. I invite you to visit kathydegrawministries.org for books, mentoring, blogs, or to invite Kathy to speak at your event. Follow Kathy on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram at Kathy DeGraw. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, and review the show. This helps our show rise in the rankings and reach more people to bring forth deliverance.